There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives to contain. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing up. I know you do, baby. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing down to fuck all borough. Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sword, like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canema motor garage. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous thick tie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not. hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket. It says Whirling in Rags on the alum. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows it. The morning light hurts your eyes. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for... The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have... Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police... Couldn't say. In truth, so far...
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. Could it be because of the drinking? Could it be because of the drinking? Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 50.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to...
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card. is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever, but...
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Are you kidding me? It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the...
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Extra fine. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little...
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here,
A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing...
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of... Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. Are you serious? From your work?
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this in...
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Why did you say that? You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head. when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment. The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door does not care. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. This door can open. Still no answer. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still nothing. The lieutenant. This door can only be opened with a key. This door can open. Still, the lieutenant gives you. The door is. This door can only be opened. The fan stands still. The lights are off again. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vapor. The bed is cold and not particularly.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Yes?
No response. He just arches his... He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know. Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to... 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the
RCM, or the Revachol Citizens Militia, is the police force you...
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and a security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. They didn't identify themselves in any way. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union That's right. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Good.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine... Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone. It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you... It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression. The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. This door can only be opened with... The door is still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick. This door can only be. The window stands broken. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
Can I help you? What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit.
We should find out who this loud faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
there are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes? Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken... Like what? I was...
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent... You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry. No. Don't sing the happy song. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in vapor emanates from the large engine. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The caprice in the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves, car.
This is Precinct 57. Hello.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a moment, Officer.
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile. Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut...
Abstinence could have immediate positive effects.
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell. That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor. The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things to do here. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you...
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do. And you survived it. Congratulations. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life. What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across. You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
The man uses relay code. You've got this.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and...
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick...
What's going on?
Supercop here lost...
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Lost a badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his...
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying? Over the phone? It's...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him...
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further... 10-4, I hear you. I don't have...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fuck?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds. He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a...
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in...
Well, I guess he'd better cry...
Vigmar said... He said... It's okay. You can do...
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many...
He's trying to keep you from further impact.
He terminated the connection. I guess he was in a hurry.
The radio falls silent and lifeless.
What was that? It's okay, detective. We should get on with our tasks. Work always helps me center myself. Now...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, slowly...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malay. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?